This time on Inside Utah Mammoth, Utah Mammoth defenseman Ian Cole shows us the art of taping a hockey stick.
I mean, my mentality is I want tape on the stick wherever the puck's going to be.
Plus, that unmistakable blast.
Extra attacker goal!
The Delta Center goal horn. It's in a league of its own.
It's two instruments, it's four horns and four horns. They're mounted in the rafters at Delta Center in opposing directions, so there's actually 8 instruments.
And the Utah Mammoth Ice Center swings open its doors, giving fans an up-close look at NHL talent.
You know, you go to the games a lot, but you're never right on the glass, so being up close and personal like this, just seeing how fast it is up close, it's just amazing to see.
I was curious to see the behind the scenes, and that was just kind of this peek behind the curtain.
Plus, Clayton Keller comes home from Milan wearing gold. We've got all that and more.
Schmaltz to the front, Keller scores! The gold medal Olympian, Clayton Keller!
Next on Inside Utah Mammoth. Hello, I'm Jeff Reinier, and welcome to Inside Utah Mammoth. When it comes to the game of hockey, defenseman Ian Cole knows every trick in the book. He showed Spencer Joseph and David Graff how he tapes his stick before he takes the ice.
All right, let's tape a hockey stick. Pretty simple, you know? I don't do anything crazy. I don't do the toe. Basically just, I guess I can maybe turn around for you. Basically just, you know, start kind of at the heel, back to front. Watch about there, whoever makes sense. Always start down, start here, finish up here, so that it's like tight and this is down. Put a little wax on there, but yeah, that's about it. I can do it real fast for you. Let me get it all.
How often do you tape?
I'll do it before the games. I'll do it between every period, just because like little stuff like that happens. You know, just like skate chunks out of it and stuff. Gets a little frayed at the bottom, you know, stuff like that. Not that like that's like the end all be all, but might as well have it nice. We have the time. I got nothing else to do in the period during the intermission, so.
You do it yourself?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you know, I've heard that guys are now getting like trainers and stuff to do it for them, which just seems incredibly lazy to me. It's really not that hard to tape a hockey stick.
Is it kind of a rite of passage when you're first starting out to learn how to do it yourself?
I mean, yeah. My dad's a bit of a perfectionist, so he always just do it for me. And then I started doing it, and he would say it was never good enough, so he just kept trying to take it back from me. I was like, no, I got it. So I'll always start up here. I guess I could kind of turn like this. I'll always start up here, just make sure that stays down. Then I'll go over it, nice and tight, and then I'll try to keep it pretty evenly spaced all the way through.
So is there one right way to do it?
No, personal preference. Guys are starting to have weirder and weirder things in terms of like a strip of tape or like just the toe or whatever that is, but I mean, my mentality is I want tape on the stick wherever the puck's going to be for the most part, and then, you know, I don't need to go too high or too low. And then we'll just go like that. That'll be the end. Just flip it over. Just seal it off nice. Tight. Get the little hairs off. Then just fold that over so it sits on there nice. Then I'll usually wax it, put a little wax on it so it stays waterproof.
How long have you been doing it that way?
Forever. Again, this is pretty standard. I mean, it's nothing crazy. You know, I'll play with the spacing a little bit here towards the end just so I get it to end where I want it to. You know, a little bit more overlap, a little bit less overlap, but yeah, pretty standard, nothing crazy.
What's the strangest player that you've ever seen their tape job?
I don't know, like I said, guys are getting weird now. Like they'll have like just a strip long ways and then like, you know, 2 strands at the end or something, and just weird stuff. I know some guys like to have the bottom undone, like the bottom just so it slides in the ice better, but I don't really ever find that to ever be an issue. Some guys will do just the toe, some guys will do kind of just the end. I also have a little bit of a like sandpaper finish on my blades, so it sticks a little bit better. doesn't come off as much, but that's pretty much it.
What's the importance of the tape job?
Dang it, you stole my question.
I don't think there's any importance to it. I mean, it's kind of just whatever you like. Like for me, like my blade specifically, like I maxed out the length and maxed out the height. Thought process there is like, you know, maybe a little bit heavier and like clunkier, if you will, but you know, if there's ever a puck coming back to the point that's bouncing or rolling or whatever, and it, you know, sometimes it'll be, you know, it'll sit, just have your puck in the ice, puck will bounce and it'll hit, you know, just the very top of your stick, and it'll just pop over. You know, let's say I have an extra quarter of an inch, you know, whatever. Maybe that hits my blade and stays in the zone versus hit my blade and go over. Or, you know, someone's trying to sauce a puck over my stick. Hey, maybe it clips just the toe or just here. You know, I can break up the play. So, you know, if that's going to be the scenario, then why not max it out to the, you know, the longest and highest that we can legally do it.
How many different sticks have you tried over your career in terms of the different technology and different sizes?
You know what? It's funny, yeah. So I really don't. I don't switch sticks often. I had, you know, I had Easton's back when they were doing their thing. They were great. They got bought by Bauer, went out of business, or got rid of the brand. So at that point, I think I was in Pittsburgh maybe 10 years ago. I had to switch sticks, so I tried out a bunch of sticks. Warrior was nice enough to come out and send their stick guy, and we tried out a bunch of stuff. Tried out every model they had, found something I liked that was, in my mind, similar to how the Easton felt, and basically stuck with that until 2 years ago. It was a T4 model. They came to me and they said, hey, so the only two guys in the league that are using this stick now are you and Joe Pavelski, and he's retiring, so you need to find a new stick because we're not going to make this whole model just for you. So I ended up switching to, you know, whatever was closest to that in terms of, you know, the weight and the feel of it. I don't like my sticks too light. I don't like it when the puck feels heavy because the stick is so light, like the proportions are off. I like my stick to have a little weight to it. Puck feels a little bit lighter in comparison. That's pretty much it.
No wonder hockey players use so much tape. Next on Inside Utah Mammoth, the Delta Center goal horn, a note you'll only hear in the NHL in Utah. Spencer Joseph found out how it's so loud and what makes it one of one.
Well, if you ever wondered where that goal horn actually is, well, way up in the catwalks, you'll find these horns, this one and this one. And they may not look really massive, but trust me, they make a really big sound.
Cooley to the line, Sergachev, wrister, Cooley scores! A short-handed goal, Logan Cooley! To the front, Krause, he scores! Lawson Krause, what a sequence!
You can't mistake the unmistakable sound inside Delta Center when the Mammoths score. And there's more to that celebration than meets the ear. Spencer Joseph gets to the bottom of what makes it unique.
In 3, 2, 1.
To symbolize the excitement of scoring a goal in the arena and bringing the home fans to life. And what that has become is an iconic part of the game experience for fans at hockey arenas across the world.
Gunther shoots, he scores! Dylan Gunther, and Nick, you ask, and you shall receive!
Not only does it signal the excitement of the goal, but it hits people in their chest. It makes them feel a part of what's just transpired. You see these highlights back, you hear that horn in the background, and it's part of that memory, it's part of that history.
And you can even hear it outside. But have you ever wondered where our distinct one-of-one goal horn is for the Mammoth? Well, for that, you can't be afraid of heights.
Yeah, so the uniqueness about our goal horn is it's actually the only 4-note horn in any NHL arena.
Well, there's the Jumbotron right below us. Woo! This is certainly not for those that are afraid of heights.
It's 2 instruments, it's 4 horns and 4 horns. They're mounted in the rafters at Delta Center in opposing directions, so there's actually 8 instruments.
Look at that. Whoa.
which is why I think people feel that full and rich and complete sound in every corner of the arena.
That is the scoreboard straight below me. I think David's getting a little motion sick up here. He's standing in the middle of the catwalk. But that's the roof of the Delta Center right there. Like what, 20 feet maybe?
The goal horn's actually a tradition in hockey that originates in the old Chicago Stadium. Rocky Wirtz, the owner of the Chicago Blackhawks, had a horn on his boat, and he loved the sound and the richness and the fullness of that sound, and he wanted to recreate that inside the arena for his team. We went through different horns that we like, Chicago and Nashville and Dallas, and as we went through that process, we decided that we liked certain elements of each one, and what would it look like if we tried to combine multiple horns? Could we create a more rich and fuller and complete sound, a unique sound for us?
But what makes ours so unique is it's the first time that 4 notes have ever been used. B, C sharp, F, and G sharp. And that's what gives it its distinct Utah Mammoth goal horn sound.
We were able to do that successfully. I think just the fullness and rich and complete sound that it emits, I think it really is a visceral experience in the arena. We went to a great company who's been known for over 130 years for putting these horns together.
We take great pride in what we do. We're known for being the highest quality air horn you can possibly get in the world.
Kahlenberg makes 30 out of the 32 goal horns in NHL arenas. So they've cornered this market very effectively.
We started in 1895, so we are a 5th generation company.
We said, can you create in the physical form this digital note that we've created?
We were just really happy to have another horn nerd, but besides us, come along and want something specific. So
most times they get teams come to them and say, we want the number 2 off the shelf, right? And so they were excited because they got to be immersed in this process, this creative process as well.
Chris put in the effort. He was passionate about it and cared a lot about which horn they got.
So we ended up going shortly before the start of the season to Kahlenberg.
But this one's definitely unique for an arena.
To hear this horn demoed in their parking lot.
Like, did you think it was gonna be this loud?
We didn't know until we demoed it how loud it was. We were 120 feet above the ice. It's the first ever 4-note horn that they've ever built for an NHL arena, and so it's pretty neat that we have the only one. And how it would actually sound once we got it mounted inside a Delta Center, we didn't really know. I don't know if they're ready for how loud it is. I grew up with quite a passion for this particular thing. 12-year-old me, you know, who used to tee up these moments playing NHL, EA Sports NHL, and try to create goal sequences before they existed in video games, and being the guy who was always responsible for the team playlist and the warm-up song and the goal horn growing up and everything. Like, to do it at this scale and at this level was really special and fun experience. So I'm really proud of our team that we landed there, and more importantly that our fans have responded so well to where we landed. You know, when we need a little boost, maybe that thing's a little louder, you know? And I'm thrilled that the fans like it as much as we do.
Wow, thank you, Spencer and Chris Armstrong. That was pretty special. The Utah Mammoth Ice Center is now open to the public, including team practices. We were there to see fan reactions as they got a behind-the-scenes look at their favorite players for the first time.
When people come to practice, they want to come see the guys. Like, if you have a second in line, like, you know, turn around and acknowledge it, just say hi. I mean, it's something I really enjoy doing, right? And I think I was messing with a couple kids in the front row.
The Utah Mammoth hosted their first ever open practice to the public on February 21st. 300 of the team's biggest fans showed up to see firsthand just how much work the players put in before dazzling at Delta Center. Andrea Urban discovered what it meant for the fans and players to be there.
When you found out that you could come watch Utah Mammoth practice, what was your initial reaction?
Super cool, because like I look up to these people.
How is it like to be a player at practice and know that you've got fans just absolutely rooting for you?
To be honest, I love it. I think it's great. I love the extra energy. You know, a coach told me early in my career, when people come to practice, they want to come see the guys. Like, if you have a second in line, like, turn around and acknowledge it, just say hi. I mean, it's something I really enjoy doing, right? And I think I was messing with a couple kids in the front row, but I think that's just part of it. I think it's so much fun. I love having them.
I saw a really cool 50 cowboy hat. People wearing my jersey and things like that, it always means the world to me. I always try to make some extra time for that.
It's a way more intimate setting, get to kind of watch it. It's not as high stakes of a game. It's not a lot of cheering or anything like that. You don't have to worry about that, but you get to sit back and watch what they go through in their processes on all of that.
How cool is it from your perspective when this is your everyday life?
You know, it's cool for us because from the moment we got here, I've kind of said, like, we're a big family. We're going through this together. But now for them to see kind of the emotional, hard-working, you know, the sweat, the grind of it, the frustration, a lot goes into what we do on the ice.
It's fun to watch them play on the ice and everything, but it's very much, we see the performance a lot. We see like what they're doing, what the result of the practice is, but I'm also like wondering, okay, but there's always these things that I hear people talking about in the podcast, like they need to work on this, they need to work on this, and so I was curious to see the behind the scenes, and that was just kind of this peek behind the curtain.
It'll be fun for them to be able to watch it and see like, oh, okay, this is what they're trying to do, and then see it kind of carry over into a game. I think it'll be interesting for fans.
What has stood out to you about practice so far?
We're learning to play hockey now, and this is not like our learn to play hockey. Yeah. No, it's awesome how fast and how hard these guys go.
I think Bear would feel otherwise, judging by the couple times he called us over.
It's just cool to see it this close and watch them run the drills.
You go to the games a lot, but you're never right on the glass. So being up close and personal like this, just seeing how fast it is up close, it's just amazing to see.
They go hard in practice. It's not like soft by any means. They go all out. That was the kind of cool thing for me, is they're not trying to go easy on each other.
When we're in the moment and we're working hard out there, they're going to see, like, you know, we have emotions out here. We hold ourselves to a high standard, and we want to execute now so we can do it at the Delta Center.
It doesn't just end right now. We got to go do our recovery. Got a ton of stuff before I leave, just to make sure the body's right.
Because not a lot of professional sports teams, you know, outside of hockey, let you come and watch practices like this. So it's really cool to see how the team operates and works, and just to see it put into action out here. It's really cool.
Missed opportunity, I think, for everybody to come here and skate, interact with us, see what we do. It's only going to spark that love a little bit more, and that's going to be the biggest factor of growth. I think we want to be a big part of that, and this gives us an opportunity to do so.
Thanks, Andrea. You realize just how magnificent these athletes are when you see what they can do at practice. Speaking of excellence, Clayton Keller and Team USA brought home gold from the 2026 Winter Olympics. We'll dive into the captain's victory on the world stage next on Inside Utah Mammoth.
Such an incredible experience. So thankful to be a part of that team. You know, those are memories that'll last a lifetime.
Representing Team Germany, number 77, J. Paterka! They can't put it home on a style. Another one! And the Melka will get into their feet here tonight at Delta Center. Representing Team Czechia, number 70, Karel Vejmelka! Across, Keller shoots, he scores! Clayton Keller, the captain, with a Wasatch winner! Representing Team USA, number 9, Clayton Keller!
The Utah Mammoth's Clayton Keller, Karel Vejmelka, and J. Paterka all represented their countries at this year's Winter Olympics. No one had a better time than Keller, who brought home a gold medal with Team USA.
Such an incredible experience. So thankful to be a part of that team. You know, those are memories that'll last a lifetime, and just such a great group of, you know, coaches and the players. Like, I learned so much being around those guys, and, you know, those are things that will help me down the road, and just super thankful, like, to be a part of it and to win. The brotherhood of that team, and like how we did everything together. Like, it seems like in the village, you know, everyone's door was always open. Like, just you know, it had that feeling about the team, and, you know, it was something that, you know, you want to be a part of, and you want to, you know, win with a group like that, because, you know, that's something that, you know, will last a lifetime. I'm sure we'll have, you know, reunions and get-togethers and lots of parties from it. So, yeah, super, super cool.
Clayton Keller, gold medal with Team USA.
You know, I'm still more motivated than ever, and, you know, you enjoy it, and then, you know, you want to do it again. You want to win. You want to be a part of a winning team.
Keller to the front, he scores! Clayton Keller!
What was it like coming back here with your teammates?
Yeah, it was great. Great to see everyone. It's, you know, a long time away. Miss the boys, and yeah, it's great to be back. And, you know, they all said congratulations, and, you know, we're super happy for me, so it definitely means a lot. I've always dreamed big and expected big things out of myself, so, you know, to see some of them come true is super special. And I've been lucky to win a couple, U18, U20, Men's Worlds, Olympics.
Clayton Keller goes top shelf, his first of the tournament, makes it 2-0 U.S.
The American flag is being waved by Tusky, and a standing ovation for Clayton Keller as he brings home the gold medal from the Olympics.
I think me and Tage are, you know, one of the first two to do that, so that's super cool. And just, like, you remember the guys, the relationships you build representing your country, like, we all love it so much, and I think it really showed. I think it, you know, inspires the next wave of hockey players, maybe, you know, kids that, you know, don't play hockey might get into it now. And, you know, I remember all the memories of watching it as a kid, you know, looking up to those guys. It's going to do so many good things, and it's special for sure, and thankful to be a part of it.
It doesn't get any sweeter than gold. That will do it for this edition of Inside Utah Mammoth. Thanks to everybody who helped put this show together. We'll be back next month for a brand new episode. See you then.